Yes, I can hear you and see you. Fabulous. Well, thank you everybody for joining this webinar. So I can hear you. Fabulous. Okay, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, couple more seconds, and then I'm going to dive in. And everyone can see the screen. Okay. So this is the first time I've used Big Marker, everybody. So bear with me. Anyway, so let's dive in. So hello everybody and welcome to today's webinar, Creating a Personalised Brand Experience, Customising Dubsado to Reflect Your Business. I'm Nadine and I'm your host today. And I am so excited to be here and to dive into the wonderful world that is Dubsado and how this powerful, powerful system can really help to craft a brand experience that truly represents your business. So before we dive in, just a couple of fun facts about me. So you might tell from the accent, but I am based in the UK. If anybody is from the UK, just put a little wave and a hi in the chat. I'm based in a lovely little village in Northamptonshire. You can most definitely find me on a Friday night with a glass of bubbles in hand. That is an absolute must. And I am a bit of a Dubsado geek. I actually came across Dubsado 4 years ago when I was looking for a system for my own VA business and to manage Cornwall. Hi, Alice from Cornwall. To manage my own business and my own clients. And once I dived into Dubsado's capabilities, I soon realised what an incredible system it was and that I needed everybody to know about it. So today my business is now predominantly Dubsado setups and WordPress website design. So let's dive in. A brand experience that is unforgettable begins with branding and customization. So the problem, we all struggle with this. We all struggle to make our brand stand out in the crowd, especially today when there are so many entrepreneurs and solo entrepreneurs starting businesses in an array of different niches. It's so difficult sometimes to actually get your voice heard and to stand out from the crowd. So what's the solution? Well, obviously, the solution is Dubsado. And Dubsado can help you create a memorable brand experience that truly represents your business. Honestly, it's an absolute game changer. And the importance of brand experience. So in today's highly competitive market, creating a memorable brand experience is key to standing out from the crowd. It's not just about delivering a great product and service, which we all do, I'm sure. It's actually about how your brand connects with customers on a much deeper level. And creating that really personalized brand experience can leave a lasting impression. It can foster loyalty and it can differentiate your business from competitors. And it builds a really strong brand awareness. And a personalized brand experience is so key to getting those repeat customers and those referrals. That's what we're all looking for. So it's really kind of key to really make sure that our brand is consistent and cohesive across all platforms. So before we dive into the amazing capabilities and customization that Dubsado offers, let's start by defining your brand identity. So your brand values. These obviously, it's understanding who you are as a brand. Your brand voice is being confident in the way that you want to convey, getting your voice out there, being confident in knowing your skill and really getting your voice heard. And your brand visuals. These are the aesthetics, the look and the feel of your brand. So your brand values, your voice, and your visuals are the foundation in which your brand experience is built. And really understanding who you are as a brand is what's going to convey that essential, effective customization across the board. Bear with me, I'm just checking my notes. Hello, hello. So let's dive in and let's explore Dubsado's capabilities. Literally, this system is a powerful platform, and it provides a range of features that allow you to tailor various elements of your brand identity, as much as your logos, your brand colors, so implementing your brand colors across the system, across your proposals, even in your emails, your fonts, uploading your branding fonts, email templates, and obviously your signatures. And what I absolutely love about Dubsado is that they are really empowering us as small business owners to create a consistent and personalized brand experience throughout your client journey. We all want to be seen, and we all want our businesses to be portrayed in, you know, the way that we want to get our voice across. And that's what Dubsado does. They really support us as business owners, and they give us the capabilities and the functionality to be able to change up our colors and to create incredible proposal documents. So they're really helping us as small business owners to really stand out from the crowd. So I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of where this has happened. So this is a client that I have worked with, and she is a hairstylist with her own salon, and she is recently become a life and business coach. And one of her services is that she offers retreats. She's actually in an Ibiza retreat at the moment, which I'm super the of. So she started using Dubsado, she started using it manually, and she came to me because she knew that the functionality was much more than what she was getting, and she wanted some help and support with that. So this was a proposal that she had created to showcase and sell her Ibiza retreat. So when she came to me, we had our planning session and we went through everything, and I looked at her website, and then we created her Dubsado setup all completely on brand. So as you can see, we've taken that proposal and we've turned it into this beautiful proposal that showcases who she is as a business, what she does, and where you can obviously book and pay. So we've got this really beautiful on-brand proposal. We've also got other elements within her Dubsado account to make her brand cohesive and consistent. We've got portal banners so that when her clients log into their client portal, it's very much on brand and it's showcasing her as a business. And we've even added in email templates. And as you can see in her email, those button colors are her branding colors. So from the very first moment that a client is interacting with her business, whether that be on her socials, on Instagram, or on her website, when they come through into Dubsado, it's that same feeling. So it's consistency across the board. And another client of mine, so a lovely client who's a wedding stationer. Again, she had been into Dubsado, she had set some emails up, she had created some contracts and proposals, but again, it was missing that consistency and that brand awareness and just having everything seamless across the board. So as I say, she came to me and we went through again her website, and we then created again this beautiful brand, this cohesive brand within her Dubsado accounts. So we've got a beautiful proposal document with all of her branding colors and her fonts, and this is with the new Dubsado's new form builder. Literally the possibilities are endless. It's such an incredible system to be able to use and to really create these standout proposals. Like, honestly, when the new form builder came along, I was so excited to get my teeth into it and to create something that I've not actually seen created in other systems. So Dubsado are really thinking about their customers all the time and updating things and making the system more user friendly, but also making sure that we're keeping our brand consistent. And that's the key here. It's consistency from the very beginning, from that initial client contact all the way through to that offboarding phase. So again, with Demetria, we've got a beautiful client portal banner, we've got the desktop banner, and we've got the mobile banner as well. And again, with emails, we've taken that branding color and we've put it into her emails with regards to her buttons. So it's just this showcases to you just what the capabilities are with Dubsado and how you can actually use this to create that incredible experience. And the importance of customizing your branding elements. Well, obviously, it's creating a cohesive look across all your platforms, not just in Dubsado, not just on your website, not just on your socials. You want every single touch point that your client comes to you and interacts with you to be cohesive. It builds brand awareness. We obviously look incredibly professional, which we all want to do, with a hint of our personalities coming through, and it makes us stand out from the crowd. So it really, really is, as I say, I've looked into other systems before, and Dubsado is the first system that I've seen that really can do all of this for us. So it's really, really an incredible system to use. So customizing our branding elements. Just bear with me, I'm going to just take some water. We got some questions as well, and I will get to some questions at the end, so please do bear with me. So customizing our branding elements. So one of the key aspects of customization is adding your brand elements to Dubsado. You can seamlessly incorporate your logo into Dubsado and match its appearance with your brand's colors and fonts. And by doing so, as we said, you'll create a cohesive and visually appealing experience for your clients. So as you can see from the brand specific settings, we can add in our logos, and we can take our branding colors and we can put those in so that into our button colors, so that when our emails are sent out, we've got buttons in there. Everything is just consistently on brand, even down to creating a customized URL. So when clients go into their client portal, you can create a customized URL. So you can see your business name rather than seeing the Dubsado. So it's giving that consistency throughout. And creating branded email communication. And as we know, communication plays a vital role in building your brand experience. And what's great with Dubsado is it allows for customized email templates to align with your brand's voice and messaging. So as well as creating an email signature that reinforces that brand identity with every single interaction. So as you can see here from the example, there's a client of mine that I've worked with, a lovely German client. We've created this email signature. So this email signature goes out on all of her emails when she's sending out communication to her clients. We've also got a bank of all of her emails that are sitting there, all written within her tone of voice and communicating information to her clients. And she's got them all kind of sitting there so that they're all in order with regards to her workflow. So it's great that there is such great, custom features within Dubsado that allows you to create all of these customized email templates. And some tips for designing engaging client forms. So number one is key. Take some time, determine your form's objectives. Clearly identify what your form's purpose is and what the desired outcomes are, and what the necessary information that's needed. Now, with our forms, it's not always about getting information from clients. You can also provide information. So you're not always collecting, it's also providing information as well. So it's key to map out that process. So really take some time to map out that client process, and from start to finish with all of those different elements that in between. So every single touch point and every part of the process and the customer journey that you want your client to go through with you. And as I said, it's not always about collecting information. Think about what you want to provide as well. So a client of mine recently, she's a bridal hair and makeup artist, and she's worked in the industry for years, and she's built up a bank of suppliers that she works with that she would recommend. So one of the key touch points within her client journey that we've created recently is a little black book of supply information. So partway through her client's journey, once the client has been through the onboarding phase and they've signed the contract, paid deposits, booked their trial, and then we send out this little black book of supply information so that it just keeps, it's those small little points, small little touch points with clients, to keeping them feeling so that they are incredibly important and that they're always thought about, even though all of this within Dubsado is, or 95%, 80% of it is automated. It still gives your client that feeling that they are thought about, and it's that experience. It's key to get that client experience and to really make sure that your client feels, as well as you getting your voice out there, you want your client to feel valued and that their voice is heard. So really determine all your forms objectives and what it is that you are trying to provide and receive from your clients. Then customize the layout and branding. I often sit down, before I even dive into Dubsado and creating forms, I'll sit down with a pen and paper or a pencil and paper, and I'll draw out an initial design of how I want the form to look, how it's going to flow, and the information that I want to include in there for my clients and the information that they're providing. So really think about as I said, the new form builder is genius in creating these incredible proposals and forms, and even bringing your branding into the contracts as well. So really think about your design, your layout, and incorporating all of your branding elements as well, and just make it really easy for your client to navigate through, so they know each stage of where they need to fill information in, or they are selecting packages. So it's really key to really take some time to look at how that form needs to be laid out to make it really easy for your client to navigate. And add relevant form fields. So Dubsado has a bank of incredible smart fields that we can use, but they also have the feature of creating your custom map fields as well, which I find is brilliant when you're trying to capture some other information that's not necessarily in a smart field, whether it be somebody's birthday, or with a lot of my hair and makeup clients, we are asking for preparation locations. So where they're going, the address, the location where they're having their bridal prep done. Lots of, there's an array of different bits of information that you can collect from your clients that you want to initially have in their account so that it's easy to access. So Dubsado has, as I say, custom map fields. And so if you're using custom map fields or smart fields, then it's key to make sure that you're using all the relevant form fields. But I love as well within Dubsado that you can have, especially within your proposal documents, you can have workflow form fields. So if you want, or your lead capture form, and if you want a workflow to trigger depending on which service the client picks, then you can use that form field as well. So really, again, when you're looking at your layouts, really think about the information that you're collecting in those form fields that you are going to be using. And enhance user experience. So improve your form usability with section headers. Definitely key to kind of give them, let them know what sections they're at. It's just making everything really streamlined and easy for your clients. So section headers with clear instructions and streamlining the form filling process and guiding users effectively. So it is really key that you want, as well as having a cohesive brand across the board with all of your platforms, you also want to make sure that your forms are really easy to navigate and really engaging as well, and eye-catching. So a little top tip: is obviously when you are creating your forms, don't forget to incorporate visual elements such as icons or illustrations to enhance the form's aesthetics and make it more visually appealing. So if you have icons or illustrations within your branding, use them within your forms, make them those forms pop and stand out, so that when that client opens that email, clicks on that button, sees that proposal document, it's a wow. And honestly, with Dubsado's capabilities of the new form builder, you really can give that wow feeling to your clients. Add your branding to your brand to client portals. Again, as I mentioned earlier, when I showed you those examples, here are a few other examples of some portal banners that we've created for some clients, just so that when, again, it's key, it's keeping that consistency going, so that when clients do log into their portal banner, if you're using your portal banner, then when they log in, again, everything is completely on brand. So it's that key, it's that consistency across the board. And a portal banner is really, the portal is really great to give more information. If you wanted to have a welcome guide, a welcome video, you can add those in there. So create a form that's, a start here, and in there embed a form. So it's a welcome guide. It's introducing yourself again to the client, and it's showing them what it's going to be like working with you, and just it's those small touch points, it's the small things down to the color of the button or your branding fonts. It's all of those small little elements that build a bigger picture and just make you really, really stand out. So maintain consistency throughout Dubsado. And it's easily done with Dubsado. You can maintain your consistency across all of your emails, having your tone of voice, writing those email templates, keeping them in that can section where all your emails are written in your tone of voice. Your contracts, having your branding throughout your contracts, and your invoices. Even invoices, you can have your logo. So everything is consistency throughout the whole system. It's not just about creating beautiful branded proposal templates, it's every other element and touch point that goes with it. So here are just a few case studies for you to see examples of businesses that have effectively customized Dubsado to reflect their brand identity. So we've just got a couple here. So there's the lovely Ellie Norman, who is a bridal hair and makeup artist, and we created her on-brand proposal, which, as you can see, so from her website, we've kind of got that consistency. And she just said, Nadine did such a wonderful job creating my packages and presenting them so beautifully layout wise. She mirrored everything from my website to my proposal on Dubsado, which I love. And that's the key with Dubsado. That's what you can do. That's the capabilities. They're the features that they have, that you can look at your website and you can look at your Dubsado forms, and there is consistency across the board and they are all cohesive. And that is just what I love about the system. And another client here, we've got Daisy Hoban. She is a floral designer. She said, I have so much more time available. We all do when we're using Dubsado. I can actually have a day off. I can relax knowing that everything is in one place. When I want to check on a client's booking, it looks so much more professional with all the branded workflows, and my clients have a better experience with everything being so organized. I wish I'd done it right at the start and saved myself 2 years of stress. Don't we all? But again, so Daisy's got some beautiful branding colors and elements, and we use some of those elements within her branding across the board, across with her forms as well. So we've got a simple questionnaire here, but again, we've got those bright, bold colors that we've used to keep her branding consistent throughout. So some best tips for personalizing branding. Stay consistent. Maintain consistent branding elements across all touch points to build recognition and reinforce brand identity. That's key. We want people to almost not know that they're on a different platform. Like, how amazing would that be that a client goes from your website and then goes onto a proposal document and they don't realize that they've almost moved from one platform to another? So it's really kind of having that consistency across the board. Reflect your brand voice. Infuse your brand's tone, language, and messaging consistently throughout your interactions for a cohesive and personalized experience. We all want our clients to have the most incredible experience. We want them to walk away feeling satisfied, feeling heard, and feeling valued. And if you get that across within your messaging, your emails, or your forms, then they're going to have that experience. And tailor the client experience. So customize email templates, the forms, the portals in Dubsado with branding elements to provide a seamless and personalized journey. Again, it's that client journey that we want to have that's consistent and seamless across the board. And Dubsado and beyond. As I've been saying throughout this whole webinar, it's not just in Dubsado. Extend your branding effort, to other platforms and interactions, ensuring consistency and a strong brand presence throughout the customer journey. So, as we say, some clients start with a website and then come to me or come to other certified specialists to create that on-brand experience within Dubsado. Some clients don't have a website, so and they start with Dubsado first. And so it's whichever platform you're using, just ensure that that consistency is throughout with all of them. So that's the end of the webinar. Obviously, as I said, Dubsado is an incredible system to use, and creating that on-brand client experience is key, and Dubsado is there to help us all and help small businesses and really empower small businesses to do that. So absolutely get ready to transform your business with Dubsado and connect with your clients in a whole new and exciting and incredible way. And obviously, I always like to connect and keep in touch with people. It's always nice to see new faces and meet new people. So if you do want to connect with me on Instagram, please do. You can reach me at Nadine Hassan Creative, reach out on email. And obviously, if you do want to, if you are looking for to work with me, then obviously I am offering a 20% discount on any of my services if you have been watching this webinar, which I'm sure you all will do. So if you use webinar 20, that will give you 20% off. So I'm just going to go into a Q&A session. So if anybody obviously has any questions, then please fire away. This is all very exciting and very new. So please bear with me, and yeah, hope that you enjoyed that webinar, and hopefully it was useful and just showed you the capabilities that that Dubsado has. So I'm just going to go over to the Q&A section. I see you have these emails numbered. How do you recommend keeping those emails organized? That's the way that I do it. So obviously I think that many every specialist or anybody that does a Dubsado setup does things in a completely different way. And I've been doing setups now for quite some time. Well, I would say about 3 years or so. And you're always changing and developing and having new ideas. And the way that I like to do it is I like to have all of my clients' emails in order of how they are within the workflow. So every step in the workflow, every action that has an email attached to it, that's the way that I like the emails to be organized. So I tend to kind of go with the service and then like the email. So whether it's like the phase 1, so that would be 01, and then A would be like the first email. So it's just trying to find your way of being consistent, and again being able to find those emails. I find it easier, and clients find it easier when everything is listed in that particular way, to be able to find things, especially if you're sending parts of a workflow manually. or you're sending a form manually and you want to quickly find that email, it's easy enough to scroll through and find the email that works with it. Where else are we? How do we add custom content into our email headers and signatures? So I use Signature Hound, which is amazing, and that's what I use to create all of my clients' email signatures. They are clickable, so your links, your Instagram links and email links and website links are all clickable with Signature Hounds, and you could create it all in there with your your branded colors, and then you can just copy and paste it into the Dubsado signature section. So if you go into canned emails, and at the top it says signature, if you click in there, it opens up a box and it allows you to put that in there. So hopefully that helped. How do we customize the portal? Can it only be done using code, or can someone who doesn't know how to code customize it as well? Absolutely. So I use Canva. So I have some Canva templates, so already with the size for the desktop version and the mobile version, and I create my design in Canva for my clients, and then I upload it as an image. I do have on my website there you can download, I think it's in my link in my bio on Instagram as well, you can download the portal templates. So yes, it's easy to do. Beautiful work. Thank you very much. How do you determine the number and sizes of the images needed to cover email headers, etc.? So I, off the top of my head, don't always remember the size of the images. I do have them written down, and I have all of my templates already in Canva. You can obviously, I believe there is a section within Dubsado's help section, support section, that gives some sizes, and you can obviously Google as well. I don't remember them off the top of my head, unfortunately. It's been a very long couple of weeks, so please excuse me. So can you have a designer make them for you? Yes. Are we talking about the portal banners, or are we talking about the proposal templates? Let me know. Proposal templates, yes, you can obviously, I offer it as a form design service only. So if you're just looking for your forms to be designed, it's a service that I offer. I know it's a service that some other certified specialists offer as well. Explanation of the question. Sorry, I might not understand, so apologies if I don't. Please let me know if I'm not understanding. But designing, so as I say, designing the portal banners, I use Canva to create the designs, and designing the proposal templates and the form templates, I use the Dubsado new form builder and drag and drop all of the elements in, upload images, so you can upload your images. There is CSS cheat sheet with Dubsado, so if you search for cheat sheet, you can, it gives you some instructions on how to obviously be able to upload your branded fonts as well. So, oh, I was just asking an explanation, asking about the sizes, so a designer can do. Oh, so apologies. Oh, okay. Yes. So off the top of my head, I don't know the sizes. I'm not always very good with numbers, but I do believe that as I say, in Dubsado's support section, there is. It tells you the sizes that you need to create to design the banners. So it does give you those sizes there. And within the Dubsado, within the forms and the proposal templates, it's always a kind of move things around, and you can there's obviously you can put some padding in and margins. So it's a kind of, I tend to have like a split screen open when I'm doing it, so that I can see what it's looking like in the back end of Dubsado as opposed to then in the client view as well. So it's always like, it's test and error with when designing, definitely. So do we have any other questions? No, I hope that this has been useful. We still have 35 of you on, so that's amazing. Thank you all so much for coming on and joining me for today's webinar. Apologies that the voice is going a bit funny. As I say, it's been a very, very long week. But yes, if you do have any other questions, then I'll just be here for a couple of minutes. So do obviously let me know. And if you want to reach out at any point, and even after the webinar, if you've got any questions on anything that we've been through, then obviously please do let me know. Pop me an email, nadine@nadinehassan.com, and I'd be more than happy to have a chat with you. So I hope that you've all found that useful. And yes, there's no other questions coming through. I'll give it a couple of, we do have some more. Apologies. Can we change the colours and images of the proposals and forms that currently exist in Dubsado's template library? Yes, absolutely. So within the template library, there are lots of templates that you can use and bring in to your account, and you can go in and you can customize all of them. Absolutely. For the beautiful proposals you showed, how were you able to make them full screen? So it's the containers. So I put everything, so when building and designing the Dubsado form, I put everything in a container. So when you, it's one of the form elements. So if you bring a container, you can adjust the width. And so I always go full screen width. So it's, the full width. And then, as I say, there's padding and margins and things as well. So it's trial and error with it all. How much branding personality is too much? My branding is definitely personalized, but I always feel like it's not professional enough. I feel the same sometimes, so don't worry. I don't think that it's too much. At the end of the day, you are your business and you are your brand, and people buy from people. So I think that it's incredibly important to get your personality across. Now, as you've seen, I've stumbled at moments through this webinar, but that's, we're all human, and we all have personalities, and I think that we're all very different, and I think that it doesn't always have to be completely professional. I've even noticed that I'm starting to change up my tone of voice because it's a bit too corporate, and I've come from a corporate background, and I'm not that type of person. I am the type of person that sits down with a glass of wine in the evening and has a good laugh and can laugh at herself. And I think sometimes it's important to get that across. So obviously, there are, I guess, some boundaries. We don't need to show everything, but I don't think that we have to worry about being too professional anymore. As I say, people buy from people, and I find that I get a lot of my clients and my work through word of mouth, and I connect really well with my clients as well. And we have banter and we have conversations, and I think that that's the best way to be. At the end of the day, you want to enjoy what you're doing, and you want to work with people that align with you, and and your, as I say, align with you and align with your values as well. And so so I think there are some boundaries, but I don't think that, but push those boundaries slightly and show that personality. Definitely. Let's see some others. Do you offer training on customizing forms? It's not a service that I offer at the moment. There are some there'll be lots of tutorials online, but I'm always more than happy to try something new. So if it's something that you'd be interested in, then get in touch, and we can sit down and go through it. I do offer kind of like power hours, so it could even be done in that sort of setting. So it's not necessarily a service that I offer, but I'm always open to new things. Thanks so much, Nadine. Your webinar was amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Ellie. Literally, I can't tell you how nervous I have been. Not very good at all this public speaking type thing. Good job that I can't actually see anyone's faces, because it's probably like, what's she doing? What's she talking about? Anyway, I will stop rambling. Any other questions that are coming through? I think I have. Want to make sure I did not miss. Oh, very top one. When was the new form builder launched? That's really bad. I should know the date and I can't remember the date. Want to make sure that I did not miss that. It would be showing in your back end of your Dubsado. There will be, if you haven't turned on your new form builder, I believe that it should have been turned on by now automatically. If it hasn't, there'll be a toggle at the back under your template section, which will say turn on the new form builder. So just double check at the back end of your settings. Thank you, Nadine. It was good to see that I am doing the right thing. I find it difficult to navigate the form builder. So hopefully you might be able to do a webinar talking people through how to use it effectively and create workflows. It's great to have your details there, as I've struggled to find a Dubsado specialist. Thank you. Mandy, always happy to chat, and please feel free to reach out anytime. I sometimes struggle as well. I think I know what you mean. So when I'm using the, when I'm putting in the containers, I usually, before I put anything in, I usually go in and add some padding. Or some margins, just so that while I'm building all of those elements out, I can navigate in between them, because sometimes they do sit really, really close together, and it's like you can't get to the other one, and it's like you click the one that you didn't want. So yeah, so I tend to sometimes add in a little bit of padding or a bit of margin, so that I can easily distinguish between the containers when I'm doing the design. So give that a go. Yes, I'd love to do a walkthrough and a webinar on actually creating a form. So maybe that can be my first little how-to video. That would be exciting, wouldn't it? So maybe I will do that. But yes, Mandy, please reach out at any time. More than happy to have a chat. Obviously, I do offer full Dubsado setups, but also Dubsado strategy sessions. So if you are familiar with Dubsado and you want to create everything yourself, but you just need that little bit of help and guidance with creating your workflows, then I offer a strategy session where we go through the workflow planning session together, and then from there, I create a workable document that details all the assets that you need to then go and create and build, and then a detailed instructions on how to put all the workflows together and the steps and the actions and how they're triggered and all of that sort of thing. So yeah, do that as well. And I'm also, it's on my website, it's live. I haven't done much shouting about it at the moment, but I'm offering a group Dubsado setup. Starts on the 4th of September, and it's an 8-week program where we have weekly live tutorials of me going through each stage of the Dubsado setup. So we'll go through all of the branding side, so the basics, and then the workflows, so those workflow sessions. So you would create your workflow, and then we'd have a one-to-one so that I can go through, make sure that you're maximizing it. So yeah, as I say, that's on my website. It's also on Instagram as well. So it's the Freedom Collective is a group Dubsado setup starting on the 4th of September. So if anybody is interested in that, then please reach out and for some more details. So I think we're there. I don't think there's any other questions. It's been so lovely to chat with you all. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope that you found it all beneficial, and I hope that you're all really excited to go away and start designing your forms. And yeah, watch this space for a tutorial on how to create a a beautiful proposal template. Definitely going to do that. So well done, Mandy. Thanks for that. Anyway, my lovelies, thank you so much. It's been great chatting with you all. And I am going to go. So if there are any other questions, if you come away from this webinar today and you've got some other questions you think, oh, I wish I'd asked that, then just pop an email through or come and follow me on Instagram and send me a DM. I am always more than happy to chat with anybody. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and I'm going to go and have a very large glass of wine. I'll speak to you later. Take care. Oh, let's see if I can come out of here. That would be good, wouldn't it? Let's end webinar. Bye, my lovelies. Take care.